But it's all about, are you actually being the person you want to attract, or are you not? Right? It really comes down to that. If you want to attract clients, if you want to attract people into your world, followers who are just always so activated, they're full of life, full of energy, they care about how they look, their appearance, they're dressed up, right? They just really take care of themselves, but you're not doing that for yourself. You already know why you're not going to attract those type of people. Welcome back to 0 to 10K, the 25-part series in how to make $10,000. Today, you are going to step into your main character energy. We are on the final day, part 2 of the brand portion in our money system. And of course, we are wrapping it up with main character energy. Of course, we are building personal brands that is about to make us a lot of money, but we want to understand how to actually radiate that type of magnetism, that type of persona where every single time you post on social media, people follow, people reach out, and people want to buy because you are just that radiant. So I'm going to get into the 4 ways of how to really tap into this main character energy. But before I do, what does main character energy really mean? Like, some of you might be on the same wavelength as me. You're like, yes, I understand it. I know it. I want to step into it. And some of you might be like, okay, I've heard of it before, but what does that actually mean? Now, in my terms, main character energy is all about really embodying your confidence and flaunting you are the best. And when I say flaunting, it truly does mean you are showing off what you have done, and you're so proud of what you have done because you know there are so many people out there on social media in the world that need your help. Now, sometimes when it comes to stepping into that main character energy, people get a little nervous, a little shy because they're like, I don't know if I really want to show off what I have done because it comes out either egotistical, people might judge you, X, Y, and Z, right? Of course, we're not necessarily raised in society to show off and really be confident in ourselves. We're not. We are grown and raised to basically be in the shadow, dim our light, fit in, but we're not doing that over here because remember, the entire point and reason why we are building this personal brand, we are selling products, and we are actually helping people is because there is somebody out there that needs your help. There is somebody out there, not just one person, not just 2 people. There are hundreds of thousands of millions of people out there that need your help. Therefore, why would we, as the leader, as the solution, hide ourselves and not be proud of what we have accomplished, right? Main character energy is all about, it's that person that walks into a room, into a bar, into a club, into a restaurant, into the fucking grocery store, and all eyes turn, all heads turn to that person because they just radiate this type of energy. Yeah, that is what you want to tap into, because I promise you, when you tap into your state of embodiment, your state of confidence, it is going to be so easy for you to build an audience and for you to make money. And the thing about main character energy is you're not creating this, right? You're not acting fake. You're not trying to be somebody else. And you're also not turning this off and on just to be on social media. You are embodying main character energy in your life, not just when you're posting, not just when you're recording, not just when you're selling on social media. You are going to be doing this every moment of every day because, of course, we're not just building businesses, we are building an unforgettable life that we are so proud of and we are so happy with. So let's go through how to actually embody this main character energy. Now, there's 4 things that I love to talk about, and the first one is your appearance. Oh my goodness, people who have main character energy, they're just so attractive. And no, I am not saying physically they are attractive, but what I am saying is every single thing about them just radiates confidence based on how they actually hold themselves and how they present themselves. They actually care about themselves. They care about how they show up. They care about how they present themselves. They care about how they look. They care about their social media. They care about their consistency. They care about their routine. They just care. And you can tell the difference between somebody who does not care about themselves, does not care about their appearance, does not care about how they look. You can just tell the difference. And the thing is, when you are cultivating and you're embodying this appearance, you know what your main character energy looks like for you. You know the highest version of you, right? Are they all well put together? Do they always have makeup on? They have their hair done, their nails done. They always put on a cute outfit, right? Like, what is that version of you? And this isn't just like your physical appearance. This is also just like around you, right? Is your office like always a mess? Is your car a freaking disaster? Is your closet like piled up with laundry? Like, the thing is, when you tap into your main character embodiment and energy, everything around you is just attractive because you make it that way. And it really is all about like what you value in terms of appearance and how you're showing up. Now, I am the first to say, and I am the first to be the person who will film with no makeup on, hair a mess, in her fucking robe. Like, I'm the first to do that. But at the same time, I am well aware that I'm not going to be doing that every single day, because my highest version of me, the main character in my life, she does dress up. She does do her hair. Like, she has her nails done. Like, she does her makeup, all of the things, right? So it's not necessarily about being this fake person and showing up in a way that you would never show up, but it's all about, are you actually being the person you want to attract, or are you not, right? It really comes down to that. If you want to attract clients, if you want to attract people into your world, followers who are just always so activated, they're full of life, full of energy, they care about how they look, their appearance, they're dressed up, right? They just really take care of themselves, but you're not doing that for yourself. You already know why you're not going to attract those type of people. And this is actually something people pick up in a subconscious level. Even for you, if you see someone, I always like use the example of a grocery store, but if you see someone in the grocery store and they walk past you and they just like smell really good, like their hair is just not even like put together, it's just like clean, they have a nice outfit on, you just know their life is put together. Like, you just know they have their shit together. Right? And that might not mean like their life is perfect, of course, but it's like when people are on social media and they come across you, even if you have shitty lighting, if you have bad lighting, you don't care about like how you're taking pictures, you're just like putting it up and you're just like throwing it up. You will not have that brand. You will not have that type of appearance where people are just so in love with your post, with your content, because you're not actually putting in the effort. Like, there is a difference between someone that actually cares about how they're showing up versus somebody who doesn't, right? So the first portion of this main character energy is appearance, right? And once again, like, don't get me wrong, this is not about being perfect and, you know, being all dolled up all the time. This is about really understanding and identifying how is the highest version of you supposed to be showing up, and is that a match of who you're being right now? And if it is, amazing. And if it's not, this is where that you can like start to adjust that to really tap and match into that frequency. Now, the second portion of main character energy is all about action. Are you actually moving? Okay, are you actually moving, or are you just curating on social media that you're moving, right? We can tell the difference between somebody who is just posting the perfect thing to act like they are like growing and scaling and act like they have a perfect life versus someone who's actually doing it. Like, I will tell you, when I post on social media and I show that I'm investing into myself, I show that I'm going to events, I show that I'm working with my clients, I show that I am doing this 25-part series, they actually see me moving, they see me taking action. It is much more likely they're going to continue following me and buying from me because they see me progressing. And this also creates like curiosity, right? And people want to keep following because they want to see what you're doing next. Same thing, of course, I always mention this. In a reality TV show, the reason why people like follow celebrities, watch reality TV is because that main character, they're always taking action. They're always doing something new and different, right? So in your life, if you are moving every day, if you're taking action every single day, and of course, once again, your business is intertwined with your life and you're showing that on social media, people are just going to want to follow because they're going to wonder what you're up to and what you're doing next. And this is a big one when it comes to actually getting clients and making money, because your potential clients are going to want to look at you and be inspired by you. If you're not showing the progress that you're even making in your life, they're not going to get inspired by that, right? But if you show that you're waking up in the morning, you're doing your routine, you're working with clients, and you're even learning more about your own craft, like they're going to want to invest into somebody who is learning, who is growing, who is expanding, and who is not just teaching, but somebody who is actually embodying what they're preaching. Now, the third portion of a main character energy is mindset. Now, we have already spent like a good 10 videos on mindset, so I'm not going to dive super deep into this portion, but main character energy, like they just have the mindset that they can do anything they set their mind to, even if they come across obstacles, even if they have failures, like they never give up. They just keep going. And that is the type of mindset that you always want to be in. Like, of course, we're gonna have days where we're not in the best mindset. Things just keep happening. But at the same time, are you the type of person that is gonna throw in the towel and not be consistent with what you told yourself that you were gonna do, and maybe what you even told your audience what you're gonna do? People notice, right? So for an example, if you tell your audience that you're supposed to be doing this 10-day workshop, but you stop on day 8, or maybe you're doing a launch and it's not necessarily going exactly the way you want it to go, are you just going to give up and not follow through with that launch, right? Or are you going to actually adjust, do things differently, and make that launch for your product work for you? Who are you actually choosing to be every single day? I will tell you, main character energy, people who actually embody that every single day, they are so relentless. They will not stop until it is theirs. And I always love to think about main character energy in movies. If there is somebody who's a main character, even though they get hit and they come across failure after failure, they never give up. And at the end, they always get what they want because they just do not stop. That is the type of mindset. That's the type of energy that you want to hold for yourself. And the last portion of main character energy is your message and your purpose. Now, we have already came up with yours when we went through in this series, really cultivating your message, what you're about, your purpose, your values, and your beliefs. But main character energy, it's they are out on a mission. They are meant to do something, and they will always follow through with that purpose and with that why. And that also means they're not afraid to speak their truth, and they're not afraid to be judged, and they're not afraid to get hated on. We are building personal brands on social media, which means there are always going to be somebody out there who is not going to agree with us, that is going to hate on us, but that does not mean that it's going to stop us from playing full out and showing up as the most authentic version of ourselves. Because remember, there are people in our audience that are watching us every single day. So we want to show up with our purpose in mind, with our vision in mind, and we want to be, once again, so relentless about that. And on the flip side too, we haven't necessarily got into promoting our actual products and marketing and sales. We're gonna get into that in part 3. But when it does really come down to selling our products, why should people actually buy from you? This is where the purpose and the message piece comes in too with your main character energy. If there's a real drive and purpose and message behind the product that you're selling, this is why people will buy. For an example, if people are selling the same product, let's just say it's iPhone because I have my phone over here. Let's say people are selling two iPhones, right? One business is selling this phone, and then there's another business. The reason why you will buy from this business versus this business is because of the value, the purpose behind it, the real vision, right? So the fact that we already came up with that, we just want to keep that in mind when it comes to how we're showing up. Even on the days that we don't want to show up, something bad happens in our life, are we just only going to think about, oh, we're just trying to sell this product to make money? Or are we going to think about, oh, the real vision that we have, the purpose that we have behind why we're selling this is so much greater than just the product that we're selling. It's the people that we're helping. And when we can remember that, I promise you, it'll be so much simpler and so much easier for you to build this brand and for you to make money. So all in all, when it comes to this main character energy, it's really about not acting like it, but being in this state, right? It's being in this state at all times. I always have to think about if my followers and if my clients were like a fly on my wall when I wasn't working and they would just follow me around, would I be acting the same way as I do on social media, or would I be completely different? Like, this is honestly the key. If you're somebody that's completely different on social media than you are in person, it's like the minute you turn off your phone, you exit your app after you post and you start complaining to your friend, or you just do not show up the way you do on social media because you're faking it, people can tell. And that is why sometimes it's really hard for people to build a personal brand that's authentic and for them to really sell a product, because people can tell the difference, right? So main character energy is not about curating this. It is about really being in this state at all times. So your action item and your homework for today is, and I also want you to comment below after you assess this for yourself, is basically ask yourself, are you in your main character energy or not? And if you are in your main character energy, where can you turn it up a notch? Like, where can you just like dial it up a little bit more? And if you're not in your main character energy, where can you start showing up in that way? Okay, so kind of think about that for yourself and then comment below and share with us whether you're already in that energy and you're gonna dial it up, or if you're not necessarily in that energy, how and where you're gonna start being in that. So that is all for day 18, and for part 2, the branding portion in our money system. Tomorrow we are going to get into part 3, which is all about sales, and we are kicking off day 19 with talking about how to actually market yourself on social media. So we're going to talk about the social media platforms and how to really start to like show up, post on there, all of the things. Now, if you haven't watched day 17 or any of the other videos, you need to catch up on them or rewatch any of them, I'm going to link the 25-part series playlist right here. So that is all for today. I will see you guys tomorrow, and until then, make sure that you stay unforgettable.